Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel BBC World News. In today's video, we will share it with you latest news. At least 177 people killed as plane crashes high landing at South Korea airport. At least 177 people are dead after a plane crashed high landing at an airport in South Korea. Two survivors were pulled from the debris and taken to hospital. The Boeing 737-800 flight operated by airline Jeju Air and 180 A1 people on board including 6 flight staff and was arriving at Myeon Airport from Bangkok, Thailand. Families of the victims are congregating at the airport as officials continue to search the wreckage. Footage online appears to show the plane coming off the runway and crashing into wall before bursting into flame. No cause has been confirmed, but the 5 service says it believes on collision with birds and poor weather may be to blame. UK Foreign Secretary deeply saddened. David Lammy, the UK Foreign Secretary, say he is deeply saddened by the news of the plane crash in South Korea. In a post on X, he adds, "My heartfelt condolences go out to the people of the South Korea and Thailand and all those that have lost loved one." As a reminder, most of the passengers on board are believed to have been South Korean, with the exception of 2 Thai nationals. Passenger described bird stuck in the wing before crash. "We are now hearing more about the situation on the plane before it crashed." According to local media, a passenger on the flight sent a text message to a family member saying that a bird was stuck in the wing and that the plane could not land. "Should I have my last word?" the passenger wrote. The relatives said they were unable to reach the passenger on the plane again. Families grieving airport terminal as investigators recover black boxes. We are still at the scene here at Myeon International Airport, where emergency workers are now using the floodlight to continue the recovery operation. The Ministry of Land, Infrastructure and Transport says they have recovered both the flight and voice record from the wreckage, with all help investigation into what caused the crash. As we are recently reported, the death toll is currently 177. Every few minutes, we heard wailing echo through the airport terminal, where relatives of those killed have gathered today. Passenger aged between 3 and 30, 78. What we know about the flight: the aircraft involved in the crash was as Boeing 737-800 flown by Korean budget airline Jeju Air. The flight crashed at Myeon International Airport shortly after 9 o'clock local time. 181 people were on board the aircraft. Of those, 177 have since been confirmed dead, with 2 crew members taken to the hospital. A total of 22 people have been identified so far. A temporary morgue has been set up as family of the victim are gathering at the airport. Ages of passengers range from 3 to 78-year-old, but most were in their 40s, 50s and 60s. South Korean Yonhap news agency report. What we heard from the airline and Boeing today. In a statement, Boeing said, "We are in contact with Jeju Air regarding flight 2216 and stand ready to support them. We extend our deepest condolences to the families who lost loved ones, and our thoughts remain with the passenger and crew. A lot of things about this tragedy don't make sense." He explained, "It appears as though there has been a bird strike and one of the engines, the right-hand engine, was impacted. This would have caused a lot of pressure in the cockpit." He said that with all the checking and cross-checking going on relating to this engine failure, it could well that pilot simply forgot to put the landing gear down. But if the landing gear was not deployed, warning would have sounded in the cockpit, he adds, and the undercarriage could be manually deployed if a problem prevented to the landing gear of the descending. Heartful condolences from world leader and South Korea suspended President Yoon. South Korea suspended President Yoon Suk-yeol offered deep condolences to the families of those who died in the plane crash at Myeon International Airport on Sunday. Meanwhile, German Chancellor Olaf Scholz on Sunday sent condolences to the families of those killed in a deadly plane crash in South Korea. "We have received terrible news of a plane crash in South Korea with many fatalities. Our condolences go out to the families of those killed in the crash, and we wish the injured a speedy recovery," he wrote in a post on social media platform X. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says, "On behalf of the Ukrainian people and myself, I extend heartfelt condolences to the bereaved families, the people of Korea, and acting President Choi Sang-mok. We share your sorrow and stand with the Korean people in this time of grief." Death toll now stands at 177. Death toll has increased by 1 in the last few months, meaning 177 have been confirmed dead after the crash. As a reminder, 181 people were on the plane in total, 2 survivors having been taken to the hospital earlier. A brief history of fatal aviation crashes in South Korea. As we have been reporting, the plane crash at Myeon International Airport could be the worst aviation accident in South Korea history. We have taken A look at other such crashes in South Korea in 2002, in September 1983, and in 1977. Pilot called Mayday after bird strike warning. Transport official, a South Korean transport official, earlier gave details about what happened to the plane as it approached the airport. The plane had been attempting to land, but their air traffic control gave a bird strike warning, forcing the plane to hold off, the official said. About 2 minutes later, the pilot called a Mayday, and air traffic command gave permission for the plane to land from an opposite direction. The pilot accepted. Video shows the plane touch down without wheels or any other landing gear and skid down the runway before crashing into a wall, causing a fiery explosion. Death toll rises to 160. Officials now say the death toll has risen to 176. As a reminder, the plane was carrying 181 people, including 175 passengers and 6 crew members. The National Fire Agency continues to update the death toll. This is a fast-moving story. We will bring you the latest update as we get them. Authorities believe all passengers have died. McNeese is at the scene of the crash at Muon International Airport. She says it is now assumed that all the passengers on the plane have died. In the deadliest plane crash on South Korea's soil, 2 survivor flight attendants that were located at the back of the plane were taken to the hospital. Rescue workers search wreckage. Fire authorities say it will work to recover casualty until the end. In a statement, South Korean National Fire Agency says the crash triggered the issuing of response level 3, which means mobilization is needed to scale up the response. More than 15,000 emergency personnel have been deployed to the site and a special disaster zone has been enforced. Officials say 167 have died in the crash, and in picture, families grieve as workers search the wreckage. Throughout the day, we have been receiving new images from the site of the crash in Mount, South Korea. We are also seeing that relatives of those killed in the crash have gathered at the airport. Witnesses describe a loud explosion and black smoke. Witnesses that are speaking to South Korea Yonhap news agency say that they saw sparks and heard an explosion before the crash. Yoo Jae-young, 41, who was staying near to the airport, tells Yonhap he saw a spark on the night wing shortly before the crash. Kim Jong-chol, 70, tells the agency the plane failed to land initially and circled back to try again. Kim says he saw black smoke billowing into the sky after hearing a loud explosion. I saw the plane descending and thought it was about to land when I noticed a flash of light. Another witness named Cho adds, then there was a loud bang followed by smoke in the air, and then I heard a series of explosions. South Korea president assumed role just 2 days ago. Former acting president Han Duck-soo was impeached on Friday. He was in the role for 2 weeks, stepping in after President Yoon Suk-yeol was impeached by lawmaker on 14 December. A disaster attempt to impose martial law. He has no stepped into the breach. On Sunday, he instructed his government to use all equipment and personnel available to rescue many people as possible from the Jeju aircraft. We have a grave situation where a great loss of life occurred after a plane went off the runway in Muon Airport, he said. At least 151 people confirmed dead. The National Fire Agency has now updated the death toll figure to 151. Blackened tail of plane, the only part still intact. I am outside the airport perimeter wall where the plane crashed when it overshot the runway. Above the wall, you can see the blackened charred tail of the plane. This is the only part of the aircraft still intact. Fire investigators say the plane body was so splintered by the explosion that it is unidentifiable. By defense, one fragment of the aircraft have been gathered up into a pile. Forensics officers are combining a nearby field looking for bodies as the sun sets. The fire has long been extinguished, but the smell of burning still hangs in the cold air. Get your daily close of entertainment. Subscribe today for new videos every day. Thanks for watching. For more, have a nice time. Goodbye.